Hello, and thank you for joining us for this episode of Connecticut Paid Leave Spotlight. My name is Amber Forrest. I am the Executive Assistant for CT Paid Leave. In this video, we will be reviewing how to register yourself as a sole proprietor, self-employed individual for CT Paid Leave. The primary audience for this presentation are sole proprietors and self-employed individuals who are not required to participate in CT Paid Leave for themselves, but want to enroll in the program. This video will walk you through the process of registering as a sole proprietor. Today, we will review, Am I a sole proprietor? A refresher on key points to consider, registering as a sole proprietor, and additional users. We are often asked what we mean by a sole proprietor or self-employed individual. You are a sole proprietor or self-employed individual if you receive a 1099 or otherwise pay self-employment taxes as defined by the IRS. On the other hand, if you receive a W-2, you are an employee. As a basic matter, if you receive a W-2, you are considered an employee under the law and you must participate in the CT Paid Leave program. This is true even if you are also the owner or officer of the company. The only minor exception to this rule involves clergy members. The IRS has special rules for the clergy. Under some circumstances, a clergy member is an employee, but often they are considered to be self-employed. In fact, some clergy receive W-2s but are still considered to be self-employed. Accordingly, we follow the IRS guidelines and look to whether the clergy member's income is subject to the Self-Employment Contribution Act, SECA or FICA. If they pay taxes based on the Self-Employment Contribution Act, they are considered self-employed even if they may also receive a W-2. For the purpose of this video, we will refer to sole proprietors and self-employed individuals as sole props. If you are not planning on opting into the program to make contributions for yourself, then this training will likely not be helpful. If you are a sole prop who wishes to opt into CT Paid Leave, and you also have W-2 employees, you must complete 2 account setups on our website. One for your employer account registration, which records the wages of your W-2 employees, and a separate sole proprietorship enrollment to record your own self-employment wages. Each account will have their own account number. In this scenario, CT Paid Leave recommends that you register your business with your FEIN first, before you enroll in the program for yourself as a sole prop with your Social Security number. There are a few key points you should consider before you decide to enroll in CT Paid Leave. You must reside in Connecticut in order to participate in the program. You must contribute 0.5% of your self-employment income up to the annual contribution limit, which is set the same as the Social Security contribution limit. Once you opt in, you must remain in the program for a minimum of 3 years. After that, you are automatically re-enrolled for a year at a time, unless you notify us that you will want to unenroll at the end of the term. You are responsible for withholding and remitting your contributions which are owed for each quarter which you are enrolled, even if it is only 1 day of that quarter. Contributions are due quarterly or at year end, depending on how you file your taxes. And you may file a claim for benefits no earlier than the first day of the month following 3 full calendar months after the date you enrolled with CT Paid Leave. To get started, we'll take a look at the sections of the website that will guide you to the registration page. Once you are on the website, select from the banner for businesses and employers. Select Register Your Business. Then select How to Register as a Sole Proprietor, Self-Employed Individual with CT Paid Leave. You will then be redirected to the registration page. As you prepare to register your sole prop account, there are many resources available to you. We encourage you to explore these resources on the website before you register to familiarize yourself with the process and learn about any information you will need to have handy in order to complete your registration. When preparing to register your sole prop account, you will need to enter your contact information, connect your account with an existing business if applicable, enter additional sole prop information, add additional users, and then review and complete your registration. For this process, you will need your Social Security number. Please note, your worker, spouse, or family member should not be enrolling on your behalf as a sole prop. You must complete this registration yourself. We request this so that the person enrolling is the person who owns the sole proprietorship, not a friend, relative, or worker. We do this because we want to ensure that you are aware that your sole prop is being enrolled. This is for your protection and for CT paid leave to have a control against fraud, which is also why we ask for your Social Security number in the first step. If you wish to designate an additional user to manage the account for you later on, there is an opportunity to do this later in the enrollment process, or even after you are done enrolling. So let's go ahead and prepare to register your sole prop account. In preparation to register this account, you'll be required to create a ct.gov account. If you have already created a ct.gov account, you're all set to start this registration process. It is likely you may already have a ct.gov account, which you may have used to conduct business online with the state. However, this login is different from your Department of Revenue Services MyConnect, which you're likely using to pay your business taxes in Connecticut. Whichever email you used for the ct.gov account is also what you will use to register. Step 2. Let's register your account. First, we need to connect your account with a business. So what do we mean here? This is to validate if an account has already been established for the information you're providing. In this section, you will enter the last 4 digits of your Social Security number and your last name. This is going to conduct a search within our database to connect you with an account you may have already registered in an effort to avoid a duplicate account registration. When complete, select Next or Save and finish later. A few things to look out for. If the sole prop account has already been registered, an on-screen message will appear to indicate who registered the sole prop account. This individual will then be required to log into the My Account section on ctpaidleave.org and then add you as the user. However, if you are not the owner of the company, you may not enroll the owner as a sole prop. Again, they have to do this for themselves. Be sure to provide them with the information you used to create a ct.gov account, so they are using the same email address. If you have any issues during the registration process, or the individual who registered your sole prop account is no longer with your company, and you don't know who the appropriate contact for your company is, stop. Please go to our website Contact Us page. Here you can submit a request for help with registration. If you have not yet created a sole proprietor account with CT Paid Leave, you will be prompted to enter your information. To do this, enter your Social Security number. Please be sure to enter it exactly as it's indicated by the IRS. The Social Security number should be entered in a 3-digit, 2-digit, 4-digit format, just as you see on your Social Security card. Do not enter your information incorrectly, otherwise our system will create an additional registration. If this happens, you will need to reach out to us via the Contact Us portal, as I mentioned before, to delete the incorrect account. Once you've confirmed your information, click Next. So now we are going to register as a sole prop. Select Sole Proprietor or Self-Employed Individual. Do not check the box for I am a tax accountant or TPA. Next, select your role title from the drop-down. Acknowledge your enrollment into our program and review the terms outlined. Then check the box. After confirming the information on the screen is correct, select Next. Now you will need to enter your business information. Here, you're going to enter your business name. If you do not have a business name for your sole prop, or if you need an additional business account for another business, please enter your legal name in the business name field, as this is a required field. Next, enter your business primary location address, city, state, and postal code, even if it is your home address, and indicate if the business mailing address is different from the business's physical location. So now we're going to take a look at business tax identification, but let's pause here for a moment. We want to note that we are aware that our system has a glitch. This is the system which we have created for both businesses, as in employers, and sole proprietors to use to register their accounts. As our system currently operates, it does not recognize the different information needed from an employer registration perspective to that of a sole proprietor's registration. Our team is working to deliver a solution which will likely be available early winter 2026. Due to this glitch, we ask that you do not enter your FEIN or tax ID as shown here on this slide during the sole proprietor registration process, as this may result in a dual registration. The only item you will need to complete here is for an additional email or phone where you would like to receive information regarding the program. Next, we are asking for the business's demographics, such as business type, a description of the business's primary activity. Please disregard the NAICS code section. This is no longer valid as of April 30th, 2025, and will be removed from the website soon. This requests the total number of Connecticut employees. As a sole prop, you may enter 0 here. The total annual payroll, enter the estimations of your earnings here. Your payroll frequency, and how your business will remit contributions for your self-employment earnings. When complete, review your information and then select Next, or Save and Finish later. Now let's discuss additional users. Do you need them? You have the ability to add additional contacts to manage your business account. Although it's not required, it is strongly recommended that you add at least one additional authorized user on your account. By adding an additional user, they can manage the account on your behalf if you are ever unable to do so. If you add additional users, please let them know that they will receive an email with instructions on how to complete their registration before they have access to your account. If you need to add additional users after you complete your registration, you can do so through the My Business Account feature on the website. If you do not want to add additional users, use the toggle on the top to No. If you want to add more than one additional user after you complete this section, you may toggle Add Another Person at the bottom of the prompt box. Now let's review your information. This will be your last opportunity to make any corrections to your information. If you need any additional account maintenance, like adding additional users or editing your account contact information, after your registration, this can be done at any point after you've logged into CT Paid Leave My Account for Business. If everything looks good, click Next. This will redirect you to your registration confirmation. If you need to make corrections, please do not use the back button on your browser. Please use the previous step button. If you use the back button on your browser, the browser will kick you out of the registration process and you will have to start over. Congratulations, you've completed your registration. Now you may click Return to Website to return to ctpaidleave.org, or click Navigate to My Account for Business to view your business's information in the CT Paid Leave online portal. In your My Account for Business, you will have the ability to manage your sole prop information, business information, contacts on the account, report your income, even if it is 0, remit your contributions, and any other accounts you have registered with CT Paid Leave. Thank you. You can find additional information and spotlights for sole proprietors on our website at ctpaidleave.org. Stay tuned for our next spotlight for sole props on how to manage your account and remit your contributions.